14mm bolts that are holding on the stock skid plate. We're going to save those because we're going to reinstall this plate, the skid plate, after we're done with the bars. Next, we're going to just slide this forward and it should pop right out. There we go. There we have it. And this is one bolt that we're going to be removing, and this is the second one. Both of these are 14mm. So it's a bolt that goes all the way through and a 14mm nut on the back side. So next we're going to put the upper mount onto the frame. This kit comes with 4 different inserts depending on what size tubing you have. For this particular bike, it requires the number 3. Kind of foolproof on how they go in there. They'll get mounted flat side out. And I'll just pinch around and the top bar will attach right here. And we can still adjust this up and down the bike to get it just right. So we'll just do the same thing on the other side.
So to break that long bolt loose, in this particular case, this is a 2-man job. So one guy is going to try to break it here, while the other guy is just holding it. So there we go. And we should be able to remove the bolt. Yeah.
So next we're going to mount the left side bar in the top with the top bolt, but we're also going to hang the passenger side bar because the bolt goes all the way through and attaches both bars to both sides of the bike. So this will be a 2-person operation. Once we get this one through and get it somewhat tight, then we're going to remove the bottom bolt and then do the same process. This way we're not taking both bolts out and risk the motor falling down a little bit. Now this bolt may need a little bit of encouragement going through the upper hole. So if need be, we'll just give it a tap with a rubber mallet, because the stock bolt was having a little challenge coming out. The reason these are such a difference in length, because these 2 spacers will go inside the holes for a little bit added reinforcement. So we're going to get started on that. So it came with a washer, so the washer will go over, and our bolt will go through, and then on through the spacer, and on over. Now here is where we're going to be a little challenged with getting this bolt all the way through. See what's going on. It's right there. This bolt is 5/16 hex. I just happen to have one on a ratchet, so we can grab this guy in. This is 14 mil. Okay. Should be 14 mil. All right, so next we're just going to put the nut on the back side of our bolt. It's a flange nut, and this is a 15 millimeter.
Look tight.
Yeah, I'll dribble some in the back. Put a little bit of Loctite in here. I'm going to remove the bottom bolt using kind of the same process that we did earlier with a 14 millimeter. You're going to need some assistance to hold the backside. Okay, so next up we just got the little bolt out again. The stock bolt is significantly shorter than the one that comes with the kit, but that space differential will be taken up with these spacers that will go on either side. So this will go up against the frame, then the bar, then the washer, and the bolt will go through. So we're going to go ahead and get that mounted now. I've already pre-Loctited this nut, and we don't make a mess like on the other side. here we are on the right side. This side is just going to be bushing between the frame and the bar. And then we're going to put the supplied nut on top of it. Okay, next step is we're gonna run the bolt through the upper part of the bar to the upper mount we put on first. And that's gonna be with the supplied bolt bushing. This nut is a 13 mil, and this is a 3/16 Allen key. So let's get that started. Alright, now we're just going to do the same thing on the other side, and then tighten up these other bolts in the event we need to make any adjustments up here, and then we'll be done. Okay, here we are on the right hand side. Same process as the other side. Just going to run our bolt through, put our bushing on, put the nut on the back side. Tighten it down. And that's it. It's a nylon.
So now we're gonna tighten the bolts, and again, a two-man job. One guy holds the bolt here, while the other torques it down. So we're gonna do the same thing with the top bolt. So somebody holds it here, while the other one tighten it down. So after that is done, we can tighten the top bolts, and then the install is complete.
Yeah, put the original skid plate on, we're done.
So same on the other side. We're gonna tighten the bolts and then put the skid plate back on, and then the install will be complete. Last step, putting the skid plate back on. Put those drain pipes there. And then you're gonna put the rubbers inside those holes here.
Okay.
As you can see, these guys here, that's what you need to put in, and then put the bolts back in. Same thing on the other side.